Hip flexors are notoriously tight because of how much time we spend sitting nowadays. If you sit in an office all day or have to drive for work, you could be easily racking up 40 hours a week sitting. At home, you can start to add on things like sitting and eating your dinner or watching TV. Say it's an extra 2 hours a day. That's an extra 14 hours on top of that, 40 hours with 54 hours easily. And then I'm sure there's other little things as well. Like time on the loo. You're talking around 60 hours plus per week of sitting. It's going to take a little bit of effort to counteract that. But happily, the better you get at stretching your hip flexors, the less effect that sitting will have. So here is how we effectively stretch our hip flexors. We're going to use the classic couch stretch, which you may have tried before, but we're going to give you 4 points that are going to make it way more effective. So Jenny's going to show us how to set up. First of all, you're going to need to have a sofa or a bench or a wall, something you can put your foot up on, and something nice and soft for your kneesies. So Jenny has put in her knee on her pillow, and from here she then slowly sees, can she sit up in this position, not aiming to get her bum all the way back to the heel here. We want to have a bit of space there to take the tension off the quad because we're really focused on the front of the hip in this position. Number 1 is the tuck. We want to make sure that we're tucking our pelvis underneath ourselves to actually open up at the front of the hip and not extend through the lower back. So you don't want to be in an anterior pelvic tilt position like Jenny's showing here, because that's just overextend your back. We don't want that. We want to stretch hip flexors. So Jenny tucks underneath, and she makes sure she holds this, and you should feel this start to come up to your belly a little bit, and then you squeeze your glute in that position, and you should feel it more at the front of the hip. Number 2 is extension. Now that we've got ourselves in a nice anchored position, what can we do to lengthen things? We can raise our arm above the head. Yay! And that makes the stretch so much better. So you should start to feel this right up into your belly and right down just underneath the hip here. You want to make sure that you're reaching up and pulling the ribs down at the same time. If Jenny overarches her back, you don't want to see that. You don't want to lose this nice position that you set up in. So make sure that you've organized everything in a nice way and slowly reach up and then elevate your shoulder blades at the top while still pulling those ribs down, and make sure we haven't got lazy and squeeze that glute again. Number 3 is breathing. Whenever you're in a stretch, you don't want to try and force it. You gotta breathe. So imagine you just got in from a really hard day at work, Jenny, and you get in, you sit in the sofa and you go, glad that's over. That's the kind of breath you want to have while you're hanging out here. So you're still focused on squeezing the glute and reaching up tall and being strong in the position, but you're also relaxing the breathing the whole time, and that's what's going to help everything here to start to relax. Number 4 is to have a good wiggle. Once you've got really confident and you've got a nice setup position and everything is in nice alignment, we then want to free that up as well to improve this position. So what we can do here is start to make little circles with the hips. We can lean forwards, we can lean back. We can even move in and out of those good and bad positions so we can start to actually, yes, extend the back a little bit and then fix things again, squeeze that glute again. Jenny can also have the hands out and she can start to rotate her body. High five! And then rotate her body back that way. High five! I'll take them anywhere I get them. From there, she can lean back as well, put her hands on the bench too, and just relax into that position. Again, checking that breathing. Muscles don't just go forwards and backwards. They're all over the top of each other and everything. They're all intertwined. So we want to move around. And anywhere that feels funny to you, from side to side, spend a bit longer in it and see if it changes your overall position again. So go back to the good position with the arm overhead and see, does that feel more comfortable to you? If you only feel your quad in the couch stretch, even after having a wiggle, don't worry. You might just need to loosen off your quad before you can stretch your hip. Keep doing the couch stretch, keep having a wiggle, and you'll feel your quads start to relax over time. How long should you hold it for? 2 minutes is a good starting point for each side, and you want to hold it until you feel like you have made a change with your hip. For some people, 2 minutes is great. You might need to push that to 3, or you might find that you can maybe only tolerate 30 seconds at a time. It will improve with frequency. So the more you practice doing it, the faster you're going to find yourself able to relax your hip flexors. So you'll actually have to do it for less time, but get more results. To make a lasting change, you want to keep in mind the lengthen, then strengthen principle. So anytime you open up and create a new range of motion, you want to then use that range of motion so that it actually sticks for you. To strengthen hip extension, some of the best exercises to use are glute bridges, banded kickbacks, hip thrusts, and deadlifts. This will mean that you have to stretch less often and your body will keep the range of motion. Keeping your hips open will prevent lower back pain and make you much stronger in your training.